A lot of us are extremely excited for Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Shredder's Revenge. I mean, I'm really looking forward to this one. It's got that like old school style to it as far as the gameplay goes, side scrolling like beat 'em up, just like all of our old turtle games that a lot of us really hold near and dear to our hearts, right? Turtles in Time, Manhattan Project, Hyperstone Heist, all that good stuff, right? Arcade game. I mean, they do kind of have like a little big head syndrome going on here. Some monkeys in the background. I mean, I can get behind it. I'm looking forward to it. Like, there you go. Bunch of different characters. Where's Casey Jones? A lot of people keep bringing that up as well, right? How many monkeys are there in this game? Holy crap. But yeah, it's looking very awesome. Can't wait for this one. Can't wait for the Cowabunga collection. But we don't have firm release dates, right? Well, it looks like there has been a leak that people are now saying, hey, in the PlayStation database, this game is coming out very soon, right? So we've been talking a lot about this, and coming up pretty soon on the 6th, this is just a few short days away, Limited Run Games is going to be announcing their collector's edition. I know a lot of people have been like curious with the physical release on this, right? Well, they're going to be doing a physical release and a collector's edition, but it's going to be available through other retailers as well. Limited Run Games and major retailers, right? But that collector's edition is going to be just straight up them. They're going to be announcing that coming up, right? So I wanted to talk about this leak and why it may or may not be true. I am kind of leaning that it will be true for the digital version. Now, as far as the European release of this game, a lot of people keep asking every time I've mentioned it, what do you mean Merge Games? Merge Games is handling the European release, and this is the signature edition from Signature Edition Games, right? So they have like a little collector's edition. I don't know if this is going to be like similar to what Limited Run Games puts out. Like this is, who knows what the price is going to be on this thing. Special edition outer sleeve, pizza ring and a booklet inside the game case, a key ring, a couple key rings. So like a Shredder key ring, a pizza key ring, Turtles pins that look a little not great in my opinion. Like they don't even, they're pixelated, but they look like they have a blur filter over them. Like, I don't know. It's kind of strange. A metal coaster, a soundtrack, and then a random turtle mask. And numbered art that supposedly is signed. I think it's just going to be printed on there. I don't think anybody's actually signing it. Just a print. Could be wrong. It says signed art card. Haven't seen any other information saying that it's actually signed, which, depend on how many of these get put out there, maybe it could be. We'll have to see what the price. But this is one of the reasons, like, I just want the game. Like, I don't care about all this extra stuff. Some people do for investment purposes, collector reasons, whatever the case may be. But all this junk, I wouldn't use any of it. The soundtrack is kind of cool, but like the rest of this, whatever, right? So let's take a look. Shredder's Revenge release date leaks. So it is being stated, just plain and simple, that it could launch on June 16th, according to a recent leak from PlayStation Database. It might release in the middle of June. Developer Tribute Games publisher Emu announced that they were partnering up to produce the side-scrolling game in the style of Super Nintendo era beat-em-ups, which they announced a while back. Heralded by retro-style Shredder's Revenge trailer. Okay, since then, gamers have been slowly but surely getting more information. There really hasn't been a lot of information, but now this one makes it seem like, okay, if they found this database leak, there could be a couple things here. One is that it's just a placeholder, that it's actually not happening. Like, it could be. Placeholders are used often, but a lot of times placeholders aren't like a random date in the middle of the year. But it could be indicative of when it comes out, or around that time, right? The game was said to come out in summer of this year. Like, it got delayed a bit, coming out summer of this year. But with all these physical editions of collector's editions being announced, we have to wait until next week to find out what Limited Run Games is doing. You'd think, like, well, how would it come out so soon? You got to remember also that it has been stated the digital version will release first. This is going to be the thing where the physical edition comes out later. We don't know when. We don't know 100%. So to me, it seems pretty likely that this June 16th date may be correct, but take it with a grain of salt, man. I'm going to keep my eyes out. But the one thing that may wind up leading to that is the like an official announcement, not just like, oh, well, there's a leak that shows it and it could just be fake, not fake necessarily, could be a placeholder because, they found it in the database. So they found it doesn't mean that's exactly what's going to happen, but why would the date be there, right? So one thing that could be coming up that officially confirms that release date that, I'll be keeping an eye on as well is the Summer Game Fest. So Summer Game Fest is going to be coming up, when is it? June 9th. So about a week before this leaked date for the digital edition, and .mu is going to be at Summer Game Fest. So it's going to be a live cross-industry showcase of announcements and games hosted by Jeff Cayley, right? So if this were to be announced anywhere, the official release date, it would be there. So digitally, like, I'm not going to bet on it, but I would have a pretty good feeling that the 16th or shortly thereafter will be the release date, and we'll find out 100% come June 9th. It just kind of is all falling in place to me. Like, that's when we'll find out for sure. Digital will release first, but then isn't summer officially starts like the last week of June, the 21st or something like that? I don't remember. So the 16th is still not quite June, right? Or not quite summer. It's June, obviously. The 16th isn't quite summer yet. So I don't know. Let me know what you guys think about that. I mean, I'm looking forward to this one. I'm pretty excited for it. And I would imagine that this is going to be, because they said summer, but the 16th sounds fine. The 16th between the end of June is when I would imagine it will launch. This is going to come out summertime. And then the Cowabunga collection that has a placeholder date everywhere listed at the final day of the year, which is very unlikely to happen. Very unlikely to happen. I would believe this is going to come out a few weeks, and then come fall, the Cowabunga collection is going to release in time for holidays. Now, the one thing I've seen a few people mention with Shredder's Revenge, like the 16th is too soon. Like, they haven't had time to market this yet. How do you think they market things nowadays? They don't like run commercials on TV, dude. Like, it's going to be a digital release first, right? That's just the way it's going to be. They market through social media, YouTube, people talking about the game, stuff like that. They don't like, how else are they going to market? They're going to take out ads in video game magazines, run a big gameplay sequence before, like, in a trailer before a movie in a theater? No, they've already been marketing it. Word of mouth. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Shredder's Revenge doesn't need a massive marketed, front to get it out there. People are aware of it. People are excited for it. Just, hearing news about it, people are, aware of it. So, I don't think wasting money on any kind of big time marketing really will help this game at all. So, yeah, I don't really think that's a good thought, in my opinion, to say, oh, it's too soon. They haven't had a chance to market it yet. No, they've been marketing it. They have been. Just not in the old-fashioned ways, you know what I mean? Let me know what you think down below. Really do appreciate you guys. Catch you on the next one. Bye.